I thought that was Freddy Krueger, to be honest with you.
I mean, just to ask, because you know you obviously love what you do, right? Yes. There's no one I think who's ever going to see this podcast and be like, well, you know, she just chose art because like it was a hobby for her. Like, this is your thing, right? Yes. And I think that comes to like the question that was asked of us is like, is being an art major worth it? Yes. Right? And I think that like the art field is associated with things like you're not going to make money. Like, you're not going to have a solid job. Mm-hmm. Or if you have a solid job, you're going to be a person who's working for yourself. And a lot of people get scared by that whole concept. It's like, where do you fall in that?
So I'm glad you asked that specific questions because, you know, like plenty of times, like when I was doing like the music career specifically, my father even asked me, like, you know, if you love it, would you do it for free? And I was like, yeah, I'm doing it for free right now. Like, what you mean? So basically, I feel like if you're a true artist, like, money doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm sure you would love to get paid thousands and thousands of dollars for your work, but I feel like some of your best and authentic work and pure work will come from the ones that you did for free. Mm-hmm. I'm sure you would go hard for something that a client pays you to do for them, but I feel like the passionate work is the ones that you'll do for free, which I have some right here. So I want to show you guys how art is worth it, because what I'm about to show you guys is how it all melded together for me. I literally released it. This was a song that I released. I released the song on Monday. Mm-hmm. Today is Wednesday. Right? I released the song on Monday, and I created the cover art on Sunday. So basically, let me show you guys this. So this is a photogram that I did in my color photo class. When I did this, I had no intentions of using it for this song. But let me just show you guys how the art major is worth it. So my whole story led up to me this specific cover art. So basically, this right here, the WARN is from, you know, like when you order packages or maybe toys for kids, it says hazardous items, warn to keep away from children. So that's where the WARN came from. And then these are dead flowers. So I got this from a bouquet that I had. Oh, dope. Right? And basically, this turned into this.
Wow.
You guys looking for this.
Right. Nice. Yeah.
So basically, the WARN is right there in the back, and then I have like the flowers in the back.
I just peeped it right now. I'm like, wait, I'm looking for it. I'm like, oh wait, I see it.
So basically, when you see this, you might think, oh, this song is dark or this song is rugged, you know. But to me, this is Jersey City, you know, because Jersey City, it looks bad, you know, it looks rugged. But I feel like NJCU, to me, is like the beauty and the beast of Jersey City, especially to me in my life right now. Mm-hmm. So you look at this and you might think, you know, like this is some hardcore stuff, but actually I'm singing on this song. I ain't gonna sing for y'all today, you know.
Right, no, it's all good. You already dropped some bars. You already dropped bars, so we good. Hard bars, like. We good. We're gonna process that for the day, you know.
So this is a song called One Day. Basically, it's a song highlighting the killings that's going on in Jersey City, specifically the killings that's being committed by the young people in Jersey City. So basically, the beginning starts as, one day we'll be all right. You're hurting, but you'll be all right. So that's how this song going. I'm sorry, I thought it was just going to be John and Rouge, so I'm sorry about that. Rather, you can keep this one, girl. It's three. It's three. I can print another one. You guys can pass this one around.
I'm putting one in my office.
Word.
So, this is beautiful, right?
Thank you.
And just going back to like what you said before, like you're most authentic and, you know, I think the work that you put the most pride in, that you're the most proud of, right? Is the stuff that you do for free. Mm-hmm. But if we think in like the context of like the university, right, and the goals that people have coming into university, do you think that there's like a sustainable living wage in art? Or do you think that it's one of those things when like if you're an art major, like you just love it and you just want to do what you love for the rest of your life? Because if you're doing what you love for the rest of your life, you're not working.
I think it's two. I think it's both, I mean. Cool. Living within your wage. I feel like you have to use the resources that God provided you. And if you don't believe in God, just whatever the higher power is, I believe that you have to use the resources that was provided to you. Like this was made in the school photo lab. And then that was matched with Photoshop. So with the camera light went on, you guys want to... The camera light went on. You guys want to keep going? You can do a cut edge. That's fine. Okay. So basically, this was made in a school photo lab. You know, this was actually matched with the Photoshop. So to me, I was like, you know, living within your wage. You know, if you're a student going to NJCU, I didn't have intentions on using this for my potential career. Mm. You know, I was just making something that I thought that was cool. So I feel like if you come into school with a plan, See, I came into school with the plan to invest in myself, but I never came into school with the plan like, this is what I'm going to do towards my career. Right. I think those are two different things.
Right.
So basically, I believe that you have to take advantage of the resources that Njcu provides. You know, even with the photo lab, I'm starting to get into film. Like, even now, I know how to shoot on film camera. I don't know nobody in Jersey City within my fellow peers or fellow photographer that shoots with film. So, you know, for me to know that I had the advantage in a certain way, so I was like, you know what, for whatever I plan to do in my future endeavors, I'm going to use that photo lab, you know, because, like, it's something different. Like, even this, what I just showed you guys, if people really pay attention to it, you know, it's never been done for my eyes to see. So, as far as that's with living within your way. So, use the resources. If you're a freshman starting out, utilize the resources that NJCU provides. Now, the part about you said, wait, what you say?
So it's like, is there a way to make, basically, essentially, is there a way to make money in art that you can like live on, like sustainability, like? Because
I know not to cut you off, but I know in art like where the money may be at, or just talking, you know, communicate with students, like sculptures and stuff like that. But like this is a different type of art.
Yeah.
So where would, like, you know, how you get the coins on this?
So basically, right now, I ain't making no coins from this. Like, I'm going to be completely honest. Like, so far, I haven't got paid for one rap song. Like, any feature I've ever done, I never got paid for it. Any cover art I ever done, I never got paid for it. Like, I don't do stuff for other people, just to put that out as well. Like, the whole thing, the reason why I'm in school was to invest in myself, and this is all for me. You know, I'm pretty sure somebody would want to pay top dollar to get something made from you once they see the potential in the work that I curate.
Absolutely.
So basically, wait, let me get to it. Ask me one more time, because it's something I wanted to say. Ask me one more time.
What was the question?
Yeah, I just.
It's basically like.
Oh yeah, you said something about the coins.
Like how do you make, like, you know,
a living?
So you answered it. You said no, like you're not making money off it, but you know, it is a way for you to. I think that everything that you're doing is contributing to your brand, and that's a different type of income, and like that's a different kind of fortune that you're making. If that makes sense,
yeah.
Like the metaphor of it. So it's like, yeah, you're not making money off the raps that you're doing or the features that you did or the cover art that you're doing, but at the end of the day, your portfolio is going to be slamming.
Exactly.
You know
and when I build up my portfolio, when it's time to get paid, I'm going to get paid. You know what I'm saying?
It speaks for itself.
Yeah, so, you know, I just feel like you just got to keep elevating yourself. You know, it's like when you want to get that top elite job, you got to keep building up your resume.
Yeah.
So that's just basically the story for me. Even for myself, you know, like I feel like I know so much, and even this may be amazing. It was amazing to me when I did it, but now that it's done, what else can I do? Mm-hmm. So, you know, even now I said, you know, after I graduate, you know, I'm even thinking about going to school again, you know, not for a master's, but probably for like a certificate program where I could like enhance my 3D modeling skills. So I see things, like I follow, it also depends on anybody that's in Instagram. It depends on who you follow. Mm-hmm. Because I feel like, you know, if you're surrounded by negativity or you don't have no role models in your life, Instagram, social media, you could use it in a powerful outlet. Don't try to follow the gossip pages, the world stars, and all that stuff. Like, that's fine to get a good laugh. But if you're trying to elevate your mind, follow some good people. Follow people that's above you. Follow people that's where you're trying to go. And follow people that's doing things that you want to do. So I feel like Instagram has definitely elevated my mind. Like, even me now, my family complains because I don't watch TV. I even just like my life is the TV, you know what I'm saying? But not even that. I feel like, you know, it's so much education out on the internet. Go get you some, you know. Like I feel like, you know, there's so much on the internet where I just feel like, you know, everything is just out there for grabs. So utilize your resources, you know, like. So yeah.
I got one more question.
What's up?
So you have mentioned that art is therapeutic, and
yes.
Outside of art, how do you know, what's your self-care plan? Like, how do you still maintain this aura that you're presenting to us right now? Like, your energy is crazy.
My energy, a lot of people ask me about that. You know, like, how are you so pure and stuff like that?
Right.
Like, I'm like,
energy
and I always say, even growing up, I even used to tell, like, my vice principal, I used to say, like, I'm not that pure. So when I do something wrong, don't punish me so hard for, like, if I'm an A student and I get a B, like, don't bash me so hard, like, life happens, you know?
I'm going to show you something now.
Life happens.
Sweet.
So the reason why I am the way I am today is because of one is God. God. Like, even people, when they ask, like, how are you this way? I laugh a little bit. Like, how you know it's God, girl. Stop playing. But also, it's like, you know, I also listen to my music. I'm not even trying to self-promote myself. Like, when I have, like, a hard day, or if I have, like, a hard trimester or whatever, if I go through a certain trial, I pick a certain song, and then I listen to it. Because I'm doing all this. I'm saying some stuff So, like, I'm doing it, but I'm also not even listening to myself. Like, if I take a step back, like, I be listening to songs I made when I was, like, 16, 17. It still be hitting the same.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, sometimes you got to be your own therapist. Like, even people that want to go to therapy, sometimes you can't afford therapy. Right. So music, to me, is my therapy.
You do nature walks and stuff like that? You jog, swim?
I don't have a car.
So you walk everywhere. So that's part of your
I walk everywhere, and I put my AirPods on.
And it's over.
If anybody know the noise cancellation, you know what I'm saying? So don't do it everywhere now, depending on where you are. Sometimes
don't walk on the Ave now.
Right, sometimes you got to have the left and right ear out, you know what I'm saying? So
you can, be able to duck once in a while, where
where you at. Know what? Can I see that real quick?
Where you at?
And this is actually why I made this specific cover art in this song, is because there was a killing that happened around that area, and I feel like this was a point where it was like, you know what, I have to speak on this. Cause it's happened too.
I'm fed up.
It's
just too much. It's too much, but.
And even if you guys care to check out this song, is on my Instagram at Pintalations. So basically, in that song, if anybody know the club song, they're like, you better. Y'all know that club song? Mm-hmm. Y'all don't know that club song.
I know it.
But there's a club song called like you better. So I try to like riddle some of the pain that I'm trying to ease off of people's minds. So I was like, you better, no you didn't. So it's like, I'm saying, you better than that. Like, no, you ain't do that. Like, type stuff like that. So
nice.
That's what's up, man. I love, like, Jersey City artists, period. Like, when they're just telling the Jersey City experience. And just go backtrack a little bit about you listening to your own music and, music being your therapy. My mentors, one of the best quotes my mentor gave me was, you don't learn from experience, you learn from reflection on experience. And I think that's what music is. It's an experience that you're reflecting on. So I think reflection is very big for you. Yes. Maybe that's another thing that, I don't know if you notice it, but the conversations with yourself, all that stuff, that's all reflecting on what you're going through. And that's a huge part of your process of it. And I just think that, again, it goes back to that emotional intelligence that you have. And just, I really just want to encourage you to keep being you and growing in all those different kind of ways, and you're killing it. So please plug your Instagram one more time before we wrap up, because I want people to check you out and listen to you.
So basically, the name of my Instagram page is Pintalations. So let me get a background story of where that name came from, and then we can cut it down. So basically, I came up with the name. The pint comes from my childhood nickname, which was given to me by my mother when I was between the age of 11 and 12, which is half pint. I was like, she sent me to the store to get some milk. And I was like, Mom, what size should I get? And she was like, get your size. And I was like, what size is that? She was like, half pint. And to me, that's when it all stuck together.
Right.
So, elations, revelations in the Bible. Pint, revelations, Pintalations. And I was inspired by this. I must say this, because you always got to give people their flowers while they can still smell them. So basically, when I came up with the name, I realized, I was like, I was inspired by this from somewhere. I was like, I think I saw this somewhere on the internet. I don't know, maybe my classmates might know, my fellow peers may know this. It was a post, it was a meme on Facebook. It said, thou shalt not throw shade if thou cannot throw hands. Any word, elations.
That's right.
Y'all remember that? Y'all saw that before?
I like it, though, but I ain't seen it. I like it.
I've seen that one.
Yeah. So, I remember seeing it. I remember seeing that post like 2019, but I came up with the Pintalations name literally around Thanksgiving time in 2020. So that's where the Pintalations came from. And if you go follow my Instagram, Pintalations, there I'll be sharing my story and highlighting my experience of growing up in Jersey City. And right now I'm at a phase of raising awareness and telling people my business. So, so I'm just trying to find a way to pave that all together. Once I get the strength to say what I should say what I want to say what I need to say, then it'll be one heck of a ride. Roller coaster. Life is a roller coaster. Enjoy the ride.
Hey, listen.
Look, as much as I would love to end on that bar.
Oh, wait, let me show y'all my shirt real quick. I wore this shirt for a reason. So this shirt right here, says, went from knocking on doors to putting the key in. Pintalations. Wow. The fact that I even got to explain it tells me you hit that, you heard that note, note. So
right.
Went from knocking on doors to putting the key in.
So. Nice. Dope. Good God Almighty.
And this one I got it from my 10 Toes Down Challenge song. So if anybody heard about the 10 Toes Down Challenge wave that was going on?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah. 2 years ago, right? 2 years ago. I wrote this 2 years ago.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Well,
and I made this t-shirt, by the way.
Dope.
Yeah.
I want one.
I got you.
XL.
I got you. On everything, I was gonna bring out some T-shirts along with the cover arts, but I was like, I'm so tired right now. I said they'll appreciate the cover art, but I'm gonna definitely get y'all T-shirts.
Your presence and especially your energy was
amazing.
I'm overflowing right now.
I'm ready to go. Like I'm ready to start my day.
I'm hungry now, okay?
So we're gonna end this podcast the same way that we end every episode, but I need to make yours a 2-part question, right? So the first question is: so is being an art major worth it? And the second question is, if you can give students today advice, what would it be?
Okay, so question 1: the art major is worth it, was worth it, will always be worth it, because I feel like even in one of my rhymes I say, my creativity is saving me. The canvas piece is my only key for London sweets. So I feel like, in order for me to get to London and enjoy those cannolis or whatever they got out there, I was like, I got to use arts, which is the canvas piece. So I feel like art saved my life, like when it comes to art, I feel like you have to create the world that you want to exist. You have to create the world that you want to see. The beautiful mind that you have to put that out, shed some light onto the dark world. So, and what was question number 2?
What advice would you give to students today?
My advice to students today: invest in yourself. Take your time. I even saw a quote. It was like, you're 30, and our students, they're not even just 18. Probably have some 34-year-old students. So people, I even saw a meme. They was like, you're at the age of 34, and you don't want to do that 4-year program. But if you don't do it, you still want to end up being 38. So if you don't take the program, you're gonna be 38. If you do take the program, you're gonna be 38. So even now, I started at Njcu when I was 17. Right now, I'm 26. So that's like 9 years. So maybe I wasn't in school physically for 4 years, but I've been in a school college experience for about 9 years, and I'm only about to redeem my bachelor's. So I feel like, even after this, I feel like I'm still going to go to school again.
It's over. You got a journey on your hands that you don't even know about. So enjoy the ride, because I see you creating movies and stuff like that. This is just a phase right now. This is chapter 1.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? I think chapter 2 is going to be this. I see documentaries. Yes. I see a whole number of things, because you're very passionate. You love what you do. Yes. So congratulations to you on that.
Congratulations.
Can I just give a couple shout outs real quick?
Yeah.
I was going to look at my phone. We probably got short on time. I want to give a shout out to my parents. My mother, Jovette Monique. I want to give a shout out to my father, Michael Murph. I want to give a shout out to my guardian angels, my protectors, my village, the little girls in my family, my little tribe. And last but not least, God, first and foremost, at the top of that list, I should have said. But at the end of the day, I also want to thank NJCU. Thank you for allowing this platform for us students to express ourselves. You guys are the first person, the first people, the first corporation, the first corporation that actually interviewed me. So, I feel like y'all giving me my flowers, but I can still smell them. Y'all came at a perfect time. So around the time I was asking God, like, what's next? But like, what's now? And then you guys, Roach called me. He was like, hey, are you interested in this interview, the podcast? I was like, how long I got to decide? I called him back in 10 minutes. I said, let's do it.
She's also the first guest to be like, let me watch an episode first and I'll holler back at you. And I was like, all right, cool, I like that. But look, we are so proud of you. Keep thriving. Keep letting OSP know what you need. We're here to support you. With that being said, shout out to the podcast team. Again, we would never be able to do this without y'all. Everybody watching, hope you enjoyed episode 2. Stay tuned.
You already know.